Hello, I am D-Man, and today I'll be ranking all of the main The Loud House characters. Now, there was a few tier lists I could have looked at for this one, but I just went sort of simple. Just the main characters, no secondary characters, nothing like that. There was one tier list I saw which had like 1,000 Loud House characters. I'm not doing that. And ultimately there's nothing really that satisfactory, so we'll go on simple and easy. Before we start, I also want to say during my search to find a good tier list for this video, I saw this one with Loud House shippings, and it's about as terrible as you would think it would be. I mean, there is some absolutely diabolical stuff, and I didn't want to be the only one to be cursed with this, so now I'm forcing you to look at it too. The more you look, the worse it gets. There's Lincoln and his teacher, there's Lincoln and SpongeBob, and of course, Lincoln and his sisters. Fuck my life. Anyways, let's just move on from that, and let's actually go on to the main topic of this video. We have 6 tiers here. S, super good. F, for fucking shit. Let's go. Well, I guess we should probably start with, yes, the main character, Lincoln Loud. So, I guess I want to say it's interesting with Lincoln because in the first season of the show, he is, like, the focus in every episode. However, the further into the show you get, the less of a focus he becomes. You start to get a lot of episodes where he's not even in it. But he is still the main character overall. And the best way to describe him is like almost like a blank slate a little bit, right? All the sisters have very defining traits. Lincoln doesn't really have that defining personality trait. He is just kind of the everyman. Now, of course, as far as everymans go, he's not bad. I do like Lincoln. He's not boring or anything. He does have his quirks and that. I do like that he's very good at planning things, and he's very good at coming with those plans sort of off the top, you know, just really quickly. I like how Lincoln is overall, he's definitely a good kid. He's not a bad person. Yes, he is susceptible to being selfish and all of that, but, you know, isn't it more interesting if he is flawed? You know, if Lincoln was perfect, it'd be boring. And I feel like Lincoln, he just does a good job at being likable. He's not my favorite or anything, but I do like him quite a bit. Out of this list, I'm gonna go A for now. I'm gonna go low A for now, I think. He's not S tier. I know who's S tier here. Sorry, but it ain't you, Lincoln. Alright, now we're going through all the siblings, starting with the oldest, Lola Loud. This is a sort of another interesting one, because again, and if you look at the first sort of season or two, Lola is pretty mean, sort of very stuck up, and sort of, because she's the oldest, she is pretty, like, authoritarian, and all of that, but, once Lola moves out of the house in season 5, she very much mellows out, and I do think I prefer the mellowed out version of Lola. Not for the record, I don't dislike Lola in the early seasons, but yeah, she could be she could be a bit of a bitch sometimes. Of course, that's also, you know, that's also fun. I see, Lola is interesting. Being the oldest, there's so much responsibility on her shoulders. Obviously, you have her dynamic with Lincoln, sort of very interesting. Her dynamic with Bobby is cool. I like all of that. Obviously, you got like Laurie and Clyde in the early seasons. We'll talk more about that once we get to Clyde. Um, but overall, I find Laurie just to be just a very um, well-rounded character overall. There's, probably one of the most complex characters in the show, I think. There's a lot going on, I think. Um, I'm gonna put her at A as well. I'm gonna put her high. I do like Laurie more than Lincoln. All right. Leni Loud. Okay. She's not very bright. She is the dumb blonde stereotype. And now you might be thinking, if you know me and this channel, what is my favorite total drama character? It's Lindsay, who is also the dumb blonde stereotype. And to be fair, I do like Leni a lot. She isn't my favorite though. However, Leni is still, she's definitely I would say the nicest of the siblings. She's very kind-hearted in that. Has lots of funny moments, of course, but Leni is just very endearing. Very endearing. I would put her in A. I would put her above Laurie, um, and Lincoln. I'm already tempted. I'm gonna put Lincoln in B. I feel like we're gonna have I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of A's here, so I'm gonna be mean. We'll put Lincoln in high B. We might change it back, but Luna. Luna Loud. Okay, this one I've seen a lot of people like. I do like Luna Loud. Um, I will say I feel like in the first like 3 seasons, she does get like all the best episodes. I don't know why that is, but she just gets all the bangers. Um, and MASH, I guess. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I like Luna in the later seasons, but it's sort of kind of like been there, done that sort of thing. I obviously do like the Luna and Sam. That's very cute. But I don't know. I do like her. She, sort of kind of reminds me of Lincoln a little bit. Overall, just nice with that occasional bout of like selfishness. Um, I'm gonna put her in A. I'm gonna put her below Laurie. I like Laurie and Leni more. I just feel like with Leni, yes, Luna has a lot of good episodes in the early season. Like she has the best ones, but Leni, I feel like just has like very consistently like good episodes. If there's an episode focused on Leni, it's probably an episode I'm gonna like. I guess same with Luna, but with Luna, I don't know, I feel like it feels like a little less so. Okay, next up we've got Luan the jokester, prankster. I guess we should talk about the April Fool's episodes. Luan is a fucking psycho in these episodes, and for me personally, I think it's fine. Because for me, the best way I would describe Luan is like she is like one bad day away from just losing it. I don't think basically I'm saying I don't think Luan's the most stable person in the world. I do like her. I like her and Benny. I like the puns in that are always fun. I really like Luan and Lynn Senior's the dad. I really like their dynamic. They get along very well. But I guess I don't know. I feel like Luan feels a little more disconnected. You can see Mr. Coconut's sort of peeking in the side of this image here. I don't love that the whole part of Luan. It's fine, but yeah, I don't know. I guess the thing with Luan is just isn't as much gripping me as some of these other characters. I'm putting her in B. Do I like Luan more than Lincoln? I don't think so. I think she's just under. Alright, we got Lynn Jr. Alrighty, Lynn Jr. she's a character. Very sporty. The thing with Lynn Jr. is I feel like half the time she's really fucking good, and the other half the time she's not as good, to put it simply. It really depends on how... It just depends on how mean she is in the episode, because there are some episodes where she is ruthless, and she just kind of gets away with it, and it's like, oh, that can leave a bit of a sour note. But when Lynn's written well, it's really fun. I really like Lynn and Lincoln's dynamic. It's just when they work together, it really works. When they're against each other, it's like, oh, it's not great. But yeah, Lynn Jr. It depends on the episode. Sometimes she's really good. Sometimes she's mediocre. Which I guess puts her in B. Oh no, not C. No. B. B. I'm gonna put it below Lincoln, I think. Um, yes, that feels about right to me. I like her, but I guess there's just yeah, the episodes that she's not as good in do hurt her. Yeah, her character's just inconsistent, and that sucks. That sucks because yeah, when Lin Jun is good, she is good. Lucy. Okay. I feel like Lucy's a fan favorite. I don't know. I just see a lot of people who like Lucy a lot, and hey, she's the goth girl. People love that. Um, Lucy's fine. I don't know. I I don't know. She's not my favorite of the siblings for sure. I don't especially care too much with her and the whole Morticians Club. They're fine. Those characters are fine. I guess Boris is my favorite. He's just such a weird character that, like, I don't know, I kind of give him a pass. I don't know, Lucy just doesn't feel especially interesting. I feel like the most interesting Lucy gets is when Lucy is actually selfish and stuff. Like, because I don't know, Lucy doesn't strike me as she's not the nicest person ever. When Lucy wants something, she's pretty determined to get it. And there's definitely a few episodes where she's like that, and I don't hate those. I like those episodes actually. I don't know, I just feel like with Lucy, she's just not. There's just not a lot of um depth. There's not a lot of she feels a little more two dimensional than some of these other the rest of these. Like I know they're all they've all got this one defining trait, but I feel like with Lucy, there's just something a little, I don't know, just doesn't hit me as hard. I'm gonna go. I think if this was with all those secondary characters, I'd probably put Lucy in B. But if it's just a tier list with these main characters, I'm gonna be a bit mean. I'm gonna put her in C. I'm gonna put her top of C, I think. Okay, next up we've got Lana Loud. The first of the twins. She is tomboy, mechanic, fixer-upper. Definitely the gross twin. She loves it. Yep. Lana's actually quite endearing, I think. I guess my biggest thing with Lana is that, like, if it's an episode entirely focused on Lana, I don't know, they never are my favorite, but Lana is just consistently just a really nice presence to have. Like, Lana feels great as, like, an extra character with someone else. I don't know, it's just Lana's just a lot of fun, and I would also say that Lana's probably one of the nicer characters here. There's not actually a whole lot to say. There's not a lot of... I guess there is some depth, but, like... I don't know, I just like her, okay? She's nice. the gross out humor is, it is what it is. Does that feel right? Yeah, that does feel right to me. Alright, next we've got Lola Loud. Princess, pageant, queen. Lola's not a very nice person. Let's just get that out of the way. She's not a good kid. There's a lot of things which, yeah, that, like, I feel I swear I remember a scene where, like, all the other pageant kids are, like, afraid of her, and, like, in general, other than Luan on those, like, April Fool's episodes, I feel like the rest of the family is most afraid of Lola. She's just, yeah, very sort of, there's a lot of episodes where she will, like, manipulate someone or do something really selfish and then eventually be like, either she'll be caught and the guilt then eats at her, or the guilt just eats at her because, yeah, she's pretty heinous. Despite all of that, she's going in S tier because, she's fucking funny as hell. She's me, but she does it with such confidence and such, like, there's just, like, she just has, until she does regret it, she just goes in, no regrets, just fuck everyone else. And that is just, it's basically, a Lola episode is a fun episode, it's always fun. And she is my personal favourite character out of the main characters, and probably my favourite out of the whole show as a whole. She's just entertaining as hell. That, you know, isn't it? It's fun to have just some evil 7-year-old be evil, but not unredeemable. And that's important. If Lola was just purely evil, it wouldn't be interesting, but Lola is absolutely capable of being good. She does care about her family. Well, unless it's like a life or death situation, in which case she will literally climb on top of them. I remember an episode where she does that. Yeah, Lola is just, I don't know, just very fun. And there is some complexity as well, you know. She's not just stuck up. Alright, next up we've got Lisa Loud, Genius. And I will be honest, if it's like the first 3 seasons of the show, I'm probably putting her as my least favorite sibling. But with the later seasons, Lisa's actually alright. I don't know if her character got better, or if, because the show gets less good, in my opinion, or I guess maybe not less good, but more unrealistic, Lisa fits in the show better in the later seasons. Because the later seasons have all these wacky things going on, Lisa fits in the show better. Whereas in the early seasons, she doesn't really fit in particularly well. I don't love her inclusion and stuff. With exceptions in that, I would say the one with Darcy is pretty damn. That's definitely probably my favorite Lisa episode, and that's the one where Lisa is not even doing anything crazy. She's literally just trying to make a friend. That is it. I think as the season, as the seasons go by, I appreciate Lisa more and more. I definitely don't dislike Lisa. I'm still gonna put her here. I just don't think she's especially interesting or especially funny. But she is alright. I guess I'll quickly mention the Todd robot. The robot's fine. C tier. Okay, now we've got the final sibling. It's the baby. It's Lily Loud. What is there to say? First 4 seasons, she's a baby. Doesn't do much. Although I will say the ice cream episode is actually pretty good. After season 4, Lily and I guess all the characters age up a year, so Lily's you start to see a little bit more of what a character is, and I mean, there's something interesting. I like that Lily seems very smart for her age, which when you think about it makes sense because she's in the same room as Lisa all the time. So I reckon like Lisa's intelligence sort of rubbed off on Lily, and I kind of like that. The biggest thing is again, sort of like Lincoln, Lily doesn't have a really defining trait or anything other than the baby, which isn't exactly the most exciting trait in the world. And I guess out of all these characters, I also feel like Lily gets the least focus. Um, Now, not that a Lily episode is bad. A Lily episode is normally pretty good, but it just doesn't. I don't know. Lily's probably my least favorite of the siblings. Feels kind of mean because it's like it's like a 2-year-old, but like these other characters are more interesting. What can I say? And next up, we've got Clyde McBride. Not a family member. Lincoln's best friend. Alright. First 2.5 seasons, we have Clyde's whole crush with Laurie. That's kind of weird. It is weird. It is funny sometimes, but it is also like the whole situation is just kind of messed up, especially since Laurie doesn't just outright be like, "No, stop that." Laurie, I swear, there's a few episodes where like Laurie almost like manipulates him just because she likes the attention. Even it's like, yeah, it's kind of fucking crazy. Um, I do like Clyde. I probably do prefer him in the early seasons just because he's a bit weirder in them, and also because there's a lot more episodes where it's Lincoln and Clyde, whereas in the later seasons you get Lincoln and Clyde and fucking Rusty and Liam and Zach, and it's like this whole friend group, and once Clyde loses that whole thing with Laurie, he just kind of becomes this sort of um bubble boy, sort of overprotective parents a little bit, and I mean he's not bad, but he's just not especially interesting. If there's an episode that focuses on Clyde, I've got to be honest, they tend to be boring to me. I don't love them. Well, what that puts him in C tier, but where? I mean, I'd rather a Lucy episode than a Clyde episode. I'd rather I'd rather a Lily episode. I feel like with the Lily episode, it happens pretty infrequently. That feels mean though. Surely Clyde does more than the baby. That feels mean. I'm gonna put him here, I guess. Really trying to think this through. I think that's right. He's somewhere around here. Alright. Final two. We got the parents. Lindsay, he definitely gets more focus than Rita. I mean, um, you got his dad, and then eventually we get to see his brother, Lance. Um, I do like Lynn Sr. He definitely probably cries more, just a little bit too often, where it sometimes gets a little annoying. Not super annoying, but just it depends on the episode. Like sometimes there's an episode where he just cries all the time. And it's like, okay, it's not that big of a deal, dude. But I also kind of like that he is. I would say out of the two, I would say Lindsay is definitely the more emotional of the two, and that's kind of interesting, actually. I don't. I do like him. He's going in B tier. Yeah, that feels about right. I mean, if there's an episode that's about Lynn Sr., it tends to be alright. I mean, he tends to definitely work best when he's with, like a Lincoln and Lynn Sr. episode. That can be fun sometimes. Lynn Sr. and Laurie, it's just fun to see him sort of interact with his children, just sort of, it's always very just wholesome and just kind of a nice time. And I do overall like how he's sort of the more sentimental one. And Rita, I do like Rita, but she just doesn't. There's definitely more focus on Lynn Senior than Rita, and I'm not sure why. Um, she's going in a sim. I'm gonna put probably there. Rita is kind of just the mum a little bit. She's definitely a little bit of a risk taker, which is kind of fun sometimes. She's definitely a little more. She's definitely, I'd say, more adventurous than Lynn Senior. But I mean, overall, there's not much to say. She's a pretty good character overall, but what else is there to say? I mean, there are some episodes where she gets focused, and they can be. I mean, I'm thinking of the one where she goes undercover. That is a fun episode. That's a really, if there is an episode that does focus on Rita, it tends to be pretty good. But yeah, I guess the thing with Rita is that there's nothing that's. I feel like with Lindsay, there's just something about him that sticks out a bit more. Whereas I guess Rita's a bit more in the background, a little bit, if that makes any sense. And yeah, that's it. I'm pretty content with this. Let's. mm, yeah, I think that's right. There we go. There's my tier list. I mean, none of these characters are a D or a F. I mean, these are the main characters, so I expect them to all be pretty good. Um, if you liked this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.